If you all will bear with me, I'd like to introduce you to our two moderators. Our first moderator for panel 1 was Dr. John Forer. Let me get his material here. John is the director of the Institute for Corporate Responsibility at George Washington University. As director, he manages the research and activities of the Institute and is responsible for developing partnerships and funding support from sources outside of the George Washington School of Business. His research examines issues at the crossroads of business, globalization, and policy. Topics include global supply chain, global governance, corporate governance, public-private partnerships, and many of the topics that we've talked about today. He has expertise in business and peace studies, and he co-led the United States Institute for Peace and the ICR Task Force on Business and Peace with the overarching goal to develop clear strategies that would align commercial activity in conflict-affected states with mechanisms to avoid violent conflict and promote lasting peace. John participated in the Business for Peace Summit in Oslo in 2011 and has published several articles and publications on the topic. He received his BA from Miami University, his Master's of Public Affairs, MPA, Public Administration, I'm sorry, from Syracuse University, and his PhD in Public Administration from the George Washington University. So John, thank you very much, and I apologize for the delayed introduction. Our moderator for panel 2 is Ambassador David Litt. He is currently serving as the Executive Director for the Center for Stabilization and Economic Reconstruction for the Institute for Defense and Business. Ambassador Litt has served as the Executive Director since February of 2008. The center designs, organizes, and runs professional education programs for diverse organizational cultures that operate in crisis environments. Among the program participants are military, government agencies, private sectors, NGOs, and international organizational personnel. We also have a partnership the Kelley School does with David's Institute in working together to work with military personnel in the MBA. Ambassador Litt served 34 years as a career U.S. diplomat specializing in the Middle East and Southwest Asia. He served as U.S. ambassador to the UAE and as consul general in Dubai 10 years prior. While at the Department of State, Ambassador Litt served as the director of the Office of Northern Gulf Affairs, which is Iran and Iraq, and also as desk officer for Saudi Arabia. In addition to a tour as economic commercial officer in Kabul, Afghanistan, he served twice as political officers in Damascus, Syria. I could go on. His background is immense, but we were very honored that you came and participated with us today. And again, I apologize for not getting the introduction done at the time that we should have. So let's say thank you. All right, and then I want to talk a little bit before I hand it back to Tim about, you've seen in the program and you've heard us talk a little bit informally today about the Business Fights Poverty Challenge that we are working with Business Fights Poverty on. So I want to read a little bit of information that Zahid Torres, who leads that organization, sent me to share. We had hoped to be able to have him in video form at today's conference, but we just weren't able to coordinate that. So the challenge will consist of a face-to-face event in Bloomington on the 3rd of October. And then it will be followed by a 1-month online program of written articles and online discussions. Content will be drawn from both the Business Horizons publication, which you've seen, as well as from members of the Business Fights Poverty Network. We very much want to invite all of you to participate in this challenge. On the inside panel of your program, there is a web address where you can go and look for the Business Fights Poverty Challenge of Business and Peace. There are 3 themes week by week. So why business might contribute to peace, practical examples and lessons from business contributions to peace, and how one might empirically assess business actions and how such quantifications might be valuable for businesses and societies alike. Each of those take place on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time online. So beginning next Wednesday, the 12th, Wednesday the 19th, and Wednesday the 26th. So all of our authors are involved from the Business Horizons special issue. Any of you who are interested in getting involved, either writing a short article or participating in discussion, there's information there on how you do that. Or if you have questions, please reach out to either Tim or I. So those are the only administrative things that I had left over, Tim, so I'll hand it back to you.